You ever have those moments in your life when you reflect on something and are like, man, I wish I could have stopped that. I wish I could have prevented this certain thing that happened from happening. I'm gonna tell you all the fun, depressing tale of how I saw a young kid get scammed on Roblox right in front of me, and I couldn't do anything to stop it. I've been thinking about this for years, and I think it's finally time to tell this story to YouTube. Like in the next 3 seconds, and you are protected from every scam. This tale takes me a few years back, when I was an avid trader on the Roblox website. Back when I was blessed and loaded with Roblox riches. So this is around 2013 to 2014, back when I was pretty loaded, was a fairly avid trader on the Roblox website. I have a lot of really weird stories that come from the trading community back then, because a lot of stuff that goes down in Roblox trading is really shady, but this story is one that only I really ran into, and is one that has still managed to stay inside of my head and haunt me for the past 6 years. I ask you something before I begin though. Watch this video, understand the tale, and then let me know down below in the comments, if you were in this situation, what would you do here? This all starts when I was on Trade Hangout one day. Just kind of vibing, hanging out with some other rich Roblox players, talking, conversing, just showing off our items, right? Now, I had played Trade Hangout multiple times in the past. It was a game that I primarily mained on Roblox way back in the day. Every now and then, there's the occasional person that comes into Trade Hangout to try to scam somebody or rip them off, but most of the experienced people in the game generally will just laugh that off and move on. It was a scam that was way less obvious, and you need to watch this video to truly understand what happened. So I was walking around Trade Hangout, simply just vibing once again, when I saw a fairly new looking player having a relatively valuable item. People on Roblox that usually have really expensive items like a domino crown or Clockwork's headphones, anything of relative value, you will know what it's worth because you've been in the Roblox community for a little bit, you've been trading around, or you understand how values work on Roblox to not sell an item for stupidly cheap. But this person in particular was quite different here. She had an account age of under 2 months old at the time and held a very peculiar and rather expensive Roblox item. That item in specific, which I still remember to this day, would be the Dr. Ishmael item. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but at the time, it was around 40 to 50,000 Robux. Right now, it's obviously worth a lot more, but it was worth 40 to 50,000 at the time, which still was a lot. They had like the stereotypical new online dater humanoid Roblox look. Upon further inspection of their Roblox profile at the time, I also saw that they had a very stereotypical newbie type of Roblox profile description. At this point, I connected the dots with myself that this was not just some person trolling on an alt account pretending as if they were a new Roblox player just to troll people. This was a kid with a very expensive Roblox item that was in a lot of danger to get their item taken from them. How they got the Dr. Ishmael item, I still do not know how. What I'm assuming went down is that this kid's mom loaded up her account with a bunch of Robux, hundreds of dollars worth of Robux, and the kid probably saw the Dr. Ishmael item on the Roblox catalog and just purchased it and moved on with life. This kid purchased a really expensive Roblox item not knowing the entire world of Roblox trading, Roblox limited item values, or anything about how Roblox limited items worked whatsoever. This was the perfect opportunity for a shark to come in. If you've never done any form of Roblox trading and don't know what that terminology means, a shark is a person that specifically looks for Roblox players that don't necessarily know their item values that well and will take advantage of that to get a really good deal off of them. And in a server full of people that are trying to compete against each other and trying to get to the top of the value leaderboard, people will do almost anything that they can to raise the value of their Roblox inventory value. So this kid was in the middle of a shark's den and had no idea what they got themselves into. Now in a moment like this, I also was put in this situation where I could have gotten a really good deal off of an unsuspecting trader and they wouldn't have known about it, or I could try to do the right thing and inform them about the value of their item. So back then, I tried to do the right thing and tell them the value of their item, or at least attempted to in some form. I tried talking to this kid. I said, hello, hi, what's up? Trying to spark some form of conversation with them, but they always remained silent and just walked around a Trade Hangout aimlessly and never said a word to me whatsoever. And that just gathered much more attention to this person because all the time that she was walking around the map, tons of more players players were exposed to this player's backpack and saw what she had in her inventory. I couldn't say the item's name, because if I said it in the chat, people would know about it and get suspicious and look in this person's inventory and try to get a good deal out of them. I had to try to keep it discreet. I tried to say some form of conversation. I wanted to at least tell them that their item was worth 40, 50,000 Robux and they could potentially be giving it away to somebody for much cheaper than they actually got it for. Time was simply not on my side with this one. I was trying my best to do the right thing, to try to inform this uninformed kid about the value of their item properly, but every time the kid just continued dragging more attention to themselves by walking around the map, and now tons of people were starting to look at their inventory. And of course, to make matters all but worse, she said literally nothing, regardless of any type of outreach of conversation that I tried to do. So in the whole situation of me trying to be helpful here, I ultimately felt very helpless. So I figured I'd go to the bathroom real quick, and then once I get back, I would try once again to assist this kid, or at least get them off the server so I could talk to them privately to discuss the value of their item, right? So I go take a tinkle, I come back to the computer, I refresh their profile, and my immediate reaction goes into horror to find out what this kid traded the Dr. Ishmael for 40 to 50,000 Robux at the time. What they traded this item for made my gut sink immediately. And it will make you cringe very hard as well, listening to what I'm about to hear. So people on the trade server that I was on obviously caught wind of this young child that had a very expensive Roblox item and was fairly unknowledgeable to Roblox limited values. So what somebody sent as a trade offer, oh my god. This kid traded the Dr. Ishmael for a Snyder Boy, which at the time was around 75 to 100 Robux. 40,000 Robux for 75 Robux. It absolutely makes my pain hurt. My chest and my pain hurt twice. That doesn't even make any sense. That's how pained I am by this situation that happened. This person got sharked very hard by another Roblox trader. I forgot both of their names. It's been over like 6 to 7 years now at this point, where I obviously don't remember names from that long ago. However, I just occasionally have this story pop up in my head every couple of months or so. Wow, you tried to stop a kid from getting scammed or ripped off, and you weren't successful, Kaneko Kitten. How could you? I want to know your opinion on this whole fiasco that happened a very long time ago. If you were put in this situation and you saw a young kid on a trade server that had no idea about the value of an item that they had that was really expensive, and they were about to trade it away for much, much cheaper than it was actually worth, what would you do? Would you take the item from this young kid, or will you try to do the right thing? I really want to see the different types of responses down below. Or do you think it's entirely the kid's responsibility, and it's ultimately their fault that they got ripped off and not knowing Roblox item values? I really want to see what people have to say down below. Some people might get confused, especially traders, at me paraphrasing the video title as a scam, despite the fact that ultimately in the end, this girl simply just got sharked. However, I do consider sharking scamming. And from personal experience, the people that try to make the argument that sharking isn't scamming generally tend to do it themselves. Now, ultimately, if you are a trader, I think everyone at one point has done it at one time. Like, they just got a really good deal from somebody, they got a quick sell on an item they were trying to get rid of very fast, or the person just didn't know and you didn't know either. It happens to the best of us, okay? But if you're actively taking advantage of people and seeking out people that don't know better about their item values, I think it's perfectly okay to call that a scam in my opinion. Let me know how you feel about that down below in the comments as well, because I know definitely people will disagree with me on that a lot. Now, the common argument that people generally will make to debate that or debunk that is that it is not everyone or anyone's responsibility to inform you on the value of your Roblox items. It's ultimately your responsibility at the end of the day to keep up to date as to what your items are worth. If you do not want your Roblox item ripped off in terms of value, then it's ultimately your responsibility to look at what your items are worth and keep up to date with that. I don't know what happened to this kid on Roblox. I even forgot their Roblox username like a week after this happened, but I still remember the story and the fiasco, and I've always told this to some of my trader friends, and they just cringe upon listening to it. The important moral of the story here is that if you buy expensive Roblox items, keep in mind as to what they are actually worth, and don't just trade them away for a Skinner boy, or a skater hat of all things, especially. That should wrap up this story on Roblox. I definitely do want to know what you would do in this situation in Roblox if you were put here. If you saw a young kid that had a very expensive Roblox item, and they didn't know the value of it, and they were about to trade it away for something way worth less than what it was actually worth, what would you do? Would you try to stop that, or would you just mind your own business? Let me know down below in the comments section. But until next time, folks, I hope you all enjoyed this blast from the past story. I am Kaneko Kitten. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for good luck, comment on this video once again how you feel, and like this video to never get scammed ever again. But until next time, I'm Kaneko Kitten. Catch you all tomorrow for another Roblox video as usual, and until later, peace.